Shalom. First and foremost, call Allah Yamla, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Harakha Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well, as well as teach well. And peace and salutations to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And the title of this video is going to be, The Lofty Looks of Man Shall Be Humbled in 2025. Alright? Because that's up the hopeful elect. Alright? Especially those of us here in Great Millstone, starting with our apostles and our bishops and our elders down to the least of us that are prudent, okay, that are, watching and praying, occupied in prophecy and keeping up what's going on in the earth, all right, current events and whatnot. We know good and well that we're in the time of judgment, all right, and here it is. We're just in the first day of 2025, all right, January 1st, 2025. And already we see, great judgments and great signs and effects taking place from the Lord. Okay, just in day one, you had that Cybertruck, Tesla Cybertruck that blew up at a Trump Tower out there in Las Vegas. Okay, and then down here in Louisiana, down in New Orleans, you had that that attack by a supposed ISIS member, okay, who basically plowed a truck into a crowd of people down there in New Orleans, okay, killing around 15 people or so and injuring 30 plus people, all right, and now you pretty much have the government declaring it as a T attack, so it's time will tell what that's ultimately going to lead up to. Okay, and how that story is going to, spin out, all right, going, forward these next few days or whatnot, all right, and then not to mention, okay, you had, lightning strikes on, particular major buildings, over there in Washington D.C. Okay, the Capitol building, I believe, got struck by lightning. Okay. I believe the Empire State Building up there in New York also got struck by lightning as well, and there was one more building that also got struck by lightning, but I can't quite remember what it was. But just these things alone are showing us that the Lord is working, all right. And it's just the first day of 2025, and the Lord is already working, which the Lord is always at work, all right. Like the scriptures tell you in Zephaniah 3 and 5, every morning the Lord doth bring judgment, roughly paraphrasing it. Okay, well, hey, we're in a time, as we're now officially in 2025, okay, well, the Lord's getting ready to do more work, all right, and even as our beloved Apostle Har, okay, just last night, coined the year 2025, the hopeful year of our deliverance, the deliverance of the elect of the nation of Israel, as well as the hopeful destruction of Esau Edom, okay, the destruction of Babylon the Great America, this whole entire beast system that Esau has built up in these latter days, okay, the revival of the ancient Greco-Roman system, all right, that has completely polluted and corrupted the earth, all right, and through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai Shai, Lord willing, 2025 be the year, be the year that the Lord destroys Babylon the Great, America, and its whole entire beast system as a whole, take down Esau's rulership, okay, and delivers us the hopeful elect out of this system, and establishes the kingdom of heaven, Lord willing, this be the year, okay, but, so far what it's looking like, from our apostles and our elders on down to the least of us, at the moment it's looking like 2025 is going to be a year well, great judgments are going to be manifested by the Lord, because of what? Ultimately, because of too much pride in the earth, too much rebellion in the earth, okay, a wicked system, a wicked rulership ruling over the earth, all right, too much, impieties in the earth, which, definitely look that word up if you don't know what it means, the word impiety, okay, and as the Lord is going to be bringing these judgments from this point going forward, in which we can clearly feel through the Spirit that, hey, the type of judgment that the Lord is getting ready to bring to this earth, and especially here in Babylon the Great, are going to be, great severe judgments. Not just you wake up one morning, you check your phone, and one or two people got shot or got stabbed, or got off in a car accident or whatever, early in the morning or some shit. Oh no, it's gonna be days where you're gonna wake up one morning for work or whatever and check your phone. There's gonna be double digit numbers of people getting offed in one single event. Okay, whether it be a mass shooting, okay, so-called vehicle accidents, 18-wheeler, crashing into a bunch of cars, causing major pileups on highways, shutting down highways, okay, events, shutting down roads in certain cities and whatnot. Okay, it's gonna be some major things taking place in 2025 going forward. Okay, and it's gonna be so many major things to where it's gonna lead to the Lord putting the Spirit on the elites of Esau Edom to pretty much shut things down. Okay, lock things down again like we saw back in 2020. Okay, take away certain people's certain rights to go to certain places and do certain things. All right, pretty much regulate things, all in the name of so-called peace and safety. Okay, and that's gonna cause a lot of haughtiness in the people to be brought down low. Okay, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 8 verse 50. This is one of my favorite scriptures. It says, for many great miseries, see that, many great miseries, it says, shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. Yep. So many great miseries are getting ready to come to this earth. All right. And as I said, in the latter days, okay, so this is specifically speaking of end time prophecy, this verse right here. Okay, many great miseries will be taking place in these latter days. All right, upon these wicked, ungodly people, because of what? Great pride. Okay, no fear of the Lord, rebellion. Okay, no respect for His begotten Son Yahweh Shai, no respect for His men that's set up to preach His gospel in these latter days, starting with our apostles and our elders, a great millstone, down to the least of us. Okay, no respect for order, no respect for righteousness, no respect for morals. Okay, no respect for themselves. All right, these women are completely out of order. So guess what? The only answer to all these things is, the Lord bringing great miseries. All right, great judgments, great famine, great, just great evils to the earth. All right, and rightfully so. All right, because again, it's too much wickedness going on the earth. It's too much flood-like behavior. It's too much odious works being done behind closed doors. Okay, and if you don't understand what I mean when I say odious works, all I gotta say is, read Wisdom of Solomon, the 12th chapter, from verse 3 on down. Okay, you read about the things that those Canaanites and those different Hamitic nations were doing in the Holy Land. Eventually, before our fathers got up in there, during the time of Joshua, and just read that and apply it to what's going on in the world today. With all these children coming up missing, and people coming up missing, and so on and so forth. Okay, that's what I mean when I say odious works. All right, and these things are being done at an all-time high. All right, and sacrifices on the left-hand side. You see, because as we get closer and closer to the end, these elites on the left-hand side, they know good and well that we're closer and closer to Yahweh Shai coming back as well. All right, they know that they have but a short time left. All right, and they're getting ready to come down with great wrath. Okay, take away people's rights. Bring forth unrighteous decrees and draconian laws. Pretty much lock everything down again and implement the charagma to try to set up their NWO system. All right, these are the times that we're in. And this is all a part of the great miseries that's that we're reading about right here, that shall be done in a lot of days, because of these people walking in great pride. All right, as a matter of fact, all right, before I get that, let me get this here in Ezekiel, the 7th chapter. All right, which is the book of Ezekiel, is another heavy chapter. Okay, that speaks to end time prophecy, which a lot of the things spoken of in this chapter, of course, a lot of it happened during the time of Ezekiel. All right, because during the time of Ezekiel, you had the Babylonians, pretty much going to war against our people. Okay, against namely the southern tribes. A lot of our people were taken into captivity in Babylon during Ezekiel's time. Okay, and then ultimately, the Babylonians took us down during the time of Jeremiah. When they took down the temple and things like that. Carried us into captivity in mass numbers. All right, that was ultimately fulfilled during the time of Jeremiah, but a lot of that was also going on during the time of Ezekiel. Okay, and as we read right here in Ezekiel 7. Okay, in verse 25, I'm going to start at 25. Ezekiel 7, verse 25, it says, "Destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none." Yep, because when these major end time judgments take place on the earth in these latter days, all right, great famine, great death, great tribulation, all right, lockdowns, martial law, civil unrest, okay, civil war, just mayhem happening on all sides. Okay, people are gonna be people are gonna be moved to great fear. Okay, they're gonna be seeking peace. A lot of these people are gonna be seeking peace from their pastors and their preachers in these churches. Okay, but as I said, they shall find none. All right, because these Christian pastors and these Christian preachers, they don't have the answers in these times. Okay, they don't. They're not. Their whole belief is not rooted in Bible, the strictness of the Bible and Bible prophecy and truly in understanding the word of the Heavenly Father. Okay, these Christian pastors, they're not rooted in these things, and that's why a lot of these Christian pastors, they're getting ready to get exposed in 2025 going forward. Hey, just look at what's going on with this guy Michael Brown. Okay, Michael Brown. All right. Pretty much getting busted for, abusing one of the women that was in his congregation years ago. All right. And he just, what's going on with this guy, Michael Brown, is just an inkling compared to the wickedness that's going on with the rest of these Christian pastors and these preachers in these churches. All right. It's like damn near every week or every month you turn around, there's some new Christian pastor or some priest or whatever getting busted for, odious works. You see, abusing children and messing with children, all these things. Okay, so when these destructions and these judgments come to pass, these people are going to be seeking to a lot of these pastors and these preachers, all right, to seek peace, to find answers, but they shall find none. And guess what? Not only are these people are going to be seeking to these Christian pastors and these preachers and these Catholic priests and whatnot. All right, they're also going to be seeking peace to the government. Okay, crying out to the government to restore order in the midst of all the chaos is getting ready to come. Okay, but guess what? Like the scripture says in 1 Thessalonians 5, when they shall say peace and safety, okay, destruction is going to come swiftly. All right. So it says again, Ezekiel 7 and 25, "Destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none." So in an environment like this, where there's going to be all types of judgment and destruction and mayhem taking place, when the people aren't going to be able to find peace and safety, all right, in these times, what you think that's going to do to a lot of people's spirits? It's going to humble them. All right, all of their proud looks and their haughty looks are going to be wiped away clean off, okay, in an instant, in a sudden. All right, when their lives are going to be in danger, okay, when they're not going to know where to find food and resources and things to take care of themselves and their family and their children and all these things. What you think that a time like this is going to do to a lot of these proud, ungodly, wicked ass people. It's going to greatly humble them, all right, and put fear in them, all right. The fear of the Lord is going to, be in these people, all right. And it says, verse 26, mischief shall come upon mischief, and rumor shall be upon rumor. Yeah, mischief upon mischief. One crisis after another crisis after another crisis. Hey, just like we saw back in 2020. When you think back to 2020 when the pandemic hit, right? It seemed like damn near ever since when Kobe died, or when that Iranian general got assassinated. All right, it seemed like from that point on, it was like just every week and every month, just something else was happening in the news. All right, whether it be another state going into lockdown, or some Jake getting shot by the police in whatever state. The George Floyd and all that, Breonna Taylor. Okay, more and more layoffs taking place. People losing their jobs, people offing themselves due to losing their jobs and losing their careers and things like that. Businesses having to close down. Okay, like back in 2020, it was like just one thing just kept happening after another, after another, after another. Okay, and guess what? Going into in 2025 going forward, it's gonna be the same thing over and over. Okay, mischief upon mischief upon mischief, judgment upon judgment upon judgment. All right, rumor upon rumor upon rumor. Because back just like 2020, when more and more things were happening throughout the year, more and more people were talking about it. People were getting on social media, getting on TikTok, okay, starting all these damn podcasts or whatever, voicing their opinions and their outlook on things that's happening, that was happening around the world. But ultimately, it was the men of the Lord that had the full truth of what was going on in the world at that time, okay, and more so to this day in 2025 going forward. Okay, it says, then shall they seek a vision of a prophet. Okay, people are going to be seeking to these priests and these pastors, okay, to show them according to the Bible what the hell is going on. But it says, but the law shall perish from the priests and counsel from the ancients. Meaning what? These pastors and these Christian preachers, pastors, reverends, whatever, they're not going to have any answer for these people, because again, these Christians aren't rooted in Bible prophecy. Their whole faith isn't rooted in, okay, going fully into the words of Yahweh Shema Shai and the Holy Scriptures. Their faith is just rooted in, using Jesus Christ to, justify and forward their wickedness and their wicked lives in this world, okay, ultimately until the Lord destroy them, you see, and bring judgment upon them, okay. That's all Christianity is. That's all the average Christian is all about, okay, using Jesus Christ to feel justified in their folly, in their rebellion, in their sin. So, when the Lord is going to be bringing judgment upon these people, for their folly and their pride and whatnot, you best believe a lot of these Christians, they're going to fold up, all right, when Jacob's trouble and whatnot hit. Just like a lot of these Christians folded up back in 2020 when the lockdowns came to pass and that jab was being forced upon them. You see, well now when it's going to be lockdowns, coming back all over again, 2.0, and that Charagma is going to be implemented this time. All right, many more of these Christians are going to fold up. All right, Jesus Christ is going to be thrown out of the window. All right, along with these preachers and these pastors that's preaching that Christianity, Catholicism, madness in the earth. All right, let's go to Isaiah 2 and verse 11. It says, the lofty looks of man shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down, and the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai alone shall be exalted in that day. All right, yeah. So like it, the lofty looks of man shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down. Let's look up this word lofty. All right, lofty is Strong's H1365 says Gabawath, and it says it just says haughtiness. Okay, Strong's definition, it goes into pride. Okay, pride. All right, the lofty looks of man, the proud looks of man. Okay, and as it also went into, it said pride as well as haughtiness. So that means we don't have to look up this word haughtiness in this verse as well. Okay, so as it says again, Isaiah 2:11, the lofty looks of man shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of men, all right, the pride of men, the pride of life, okay, shall be bowed down. All right, when the Lord starts to bring forth that famine, okay, and bring perplexity upon these people, which Yahushua spoke about that in Luke the 21st chapter. All right, distress of nations with perplexity. All right, as we always go into that word perplexity, okay, it goes into to be without resources, to lack resources, to not know which way to turn, to be at loss with oneself. Okay, when people are gonna be in situations like that, okay, they're gonna be greatly humbled. Okay, they're gonna be greatly humbled when they're not gonna be able to access food like they used to. All right, when the storehouses shall be empty. All right, like it speaks of in 2 Ezra 6:22. All right, when the sown places appear no more sown. All right, that's going to humble a lot of people, because people are going to be worried about where they're going to get food from, where they're going to get water from, where they're going to get resources from, how they're going to take care of their families and their children. All right, how they're going to maintain whatever comforts they have in this world. Yeah, because as Apostle Bar been speaking of lately, 2025. Okay, get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Pretty much get ready to go through a lot of uncomfortable situations going forward in 2025. All right, and our apostles and our elders and our bishops have been preparing us for times like this. Okay, for years. Laboring for years to prepare us, the hopeful elect, for these times. But guess what? These people in the world, they're not prepared for these times. Okay, they're just running around, still eating, drinking, marrying, being given into marriage. Okay, indulging in folly. All right. So when these troublesome times start really coming to pass and start intensifying, all right, hey, all these things are gonna catch these people off guard like a thief in the night. All right, catch them unawares. All right, unprepared. So it says verse 12, a day of reckoning coming, as it reads, says for Isaiah 2 verse 12, for the day of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai of hosts shall be upon every one that is proud and lofty. See that? Hey, because like it tells you in Sirach the 40th chapter verse 8 on down, all the famine, the sword, destruction, okay, all these things that the Lord's getting ready to bring upon the earth. All right, they were created for the ungodly and the wicked. All right, and for their sakes came the flood. As it says in Sirach the 40th chapter. So when the day of the Lord comes to pass, all right, the day of Jacob's trouble, which is going to lead up to Yahushua coming back. All right, the Lord is bringing these things upon the earth to bring judgment upon all that is proud and lofty in the earth. Okay, all the wicked, the ungodly of the earth, the 2/3 of our people. All right, these heathen. Okay, just overall, just these wicked, rebellious, ungodly people in the earth. They're the ones that's going to fall victim to all these judgments. You see, it says again, Isaiah 2:12, for the day of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai of hosts shall be upon every one that is proud and lofty, and upon every one that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low. See that? So these proud, wicked, ungodly, rebellious people of this earth, all right, starting with the 2/3 of our people, down to these Edomites and these proud ass patriotic Edomites, down to the rest of these heathen nations. Hey man, hey, the Lord's getting ready to open up on these people. Okay, like the scriptures tells you in Psalms, it is time for thee, O Lord, to work, for they have made void thy law. Okay, and you best believe that, hey, the man of the Lord, is getting ready to start putting in some serious work. Which again, the Lord is already working right now as we speak. Okay, stirring up these nations, gearing them up for World War III. Okay, putting the spirit on those small hats. Okay, to go on the war path, all throughout the Middle East over the past couple of years, which that's ultimately going to lead to World War III. Okay, the Lord already has stirred up the spirit of division all throughout America, Babylon the Great, as well as throughout the world. Okay, you got people all divided up between the Democratic and Republican Party, Trump and Biden and Harris and all this other crap. Men and women all divided. Okay, people all divided up. As far as class, the rich versus poor, middle class versus the rich, middle class versus the poor. Okay, so on and so forth. And of course, people divided up over, so-called race, which, the Lord always wanted people divided up between, the nations. Okay. That's something the Lord always wanted in the earth. All right. But hey, all these things are just showing forth that, the Lord has a spirit on the earth already. Okay. He's already, working, okay, to bring this world on the brink of, pretty much the brink of collapse. Okay. Collapse on all levels, collapse economically, systematically, family wise, race wise, nation wise, all these things, military wise, collapsing, in terms of ideologies and religions, all right, on all levels. Okay. And that's just showing forth that, a great humbling is getting ready to come to the people of this earth. All right. Let me get this and close it out. This is John chapter 16 verse 20. This is Yahweh Shai speaking to the disciples right here. Okay, which also applies to us in these latter days, except the hopeful elect as well. He says, John 16 verse 20, Verily, verily, I say unto you, that ye shall weep and lament. And that's exactly what we're doing right now in this truth. This truth is the house of mourning, weeping, lamenting. Okay. Sighing and crying to Yahweh Shemal Shai. Okay. To bring judgment in the earth. All right. Serious, intense judgments in the earth. All right. And deliver us out of this captivity. It says, but the world shall rejoice. Yeah. So while we're mourning, while we're in the house of mourning and lamenting and weeping and sighing and crying to Yahweh Shemal Shai, this world right now is rejoicing. Okay. Eating, drinking, marrying, being given into marriage, being proud, okay, being careless, being reckless, being impious, all right. And he says, and ye shall be sorrowful, but your sorrow shall be turned into joy. Okay, and that's getting ready to happen. See, the men of the Lord have had their fair share of suffering up to this point. Okay, and of course we know we're gonna suffer more as we go forward into Jacob's trouble. Okay, suffer and go through many temptations, being faced with the charagma, and some of us even being beheaded for not, for not taking the charagma. All right, we know that there's more suffering coming down the line, but guess what? As Yahweh Shai is going into, eventually, very soon, our suffering is getting ready to come to an end. All right, and we're getting ready to come into joy. The Lord taking care of us during Jacob's trouble, making sure that we have food and provision and security and safety. And at the same time, when we're going to be in a state of joy via prophecy coming to pass and judgments happening, this world is going to suffer. Okay. Things are getting ready. The whole entire vibration of the earth is getting ready to be flipped upside down. Right now, the wicked are rejoicing while the righteous are mourning. Well, guess what? Very soon, okay, when the day of the Lord approaches, the righteous is going to be rejoicing, and this world is going to be suffering. Okay, humbled. The haughty looks being brought low. All right, great pride and great miseries coming upon the proud of the earth. You see. So yeah. So again, our beloved Apostle Har, coined the year 2025 the hopeful year of our deliverance, as well as the hopeful year of destruction of Esau, Edom. Okay, and Lord willing, all those things come to pass in 2025. All right, but nonetheless, as we're watching and praying, Lord willing, this definitely for sure be a year of great judgments. Okay, prophecies, more prophecies coming to pass. All right, leading up to our salvation, as well as leading up to the downfall of Esau, Edom, and the heathen, and all of our enemies. Okay, just hey, Lord willing, this be the year, man. Because we can clearly see we don't have much longer in this captivity. All right. So yeah, so Lord willing, this video is edifying, and until next time, shalom.